we've launched 2 rockets. And we're building a new one. But sometimes we ask to ourselves, how all of this started? In this video we'll do an immersive journey through the origins of the SPL. We'll see the first models, the first rockets, the first motors, because this is the DragonFlame Legacy. Hello everyone, SPL fans, I'm Gabriele.
And I'm Nicola.
Today we'll show you the rocket that made the story of the SPL, the DragonFlame Legacy. These rockets didn't actually fly, but this is the reason of the beginning of the SPL. But let us explain better. So, let's start with the DragonFlame 1.
So, this is the DragonFlame 1, the first rocket ever built by the SPL. Actually, I built this at home with recycled materials because I didn't have any professional stuff at home. This was our first rocket, and we tried to do something following some YouTube tutorials. This is just a paper tube with some fins that aren't actually pretty stable now. There is the space for the engine, you can fit the engine inside, and the launcher adapters, this one is that, and the nose cone can be removed for the parachute, even though there isn't any parachute or parachute deployment stuff. And I think that's it.
Okay, let's start now with the DragonFlame 2. Okay, this is the DragonFlame 2. Actually, we tried to do a better version of the DragonFlame 1, but you can say that the fins are more, I can say hard. The fins are more stable, but I can say that the shape of the rocket is worse than the first one, but it's okay. This rocket had the same materials of the DragonFlame 1, and Nicola built this rocket for all YouTube videos that were showing how to build a rocket like this. This video really old, and now you're seeing some of the scenes of that videos, but nothing, that's it.
Now, let's start with the Thunderbolt test. This is the third rocket that we ever built, and this wasn't actually meant to fly anywhere. It just were supposed to get on a string and test the engines that we built, because at the beginning we just weren't buying the engines that we used. We tried to build them, and we actually still researching on it sometimes, but now we are just buying them. And it was supposed to fit the engine right there and fly on a string, on a straight line, to test the engine, even though a static fire may have been better. Now let's start with
DragonFlame 3. This was the first rocket ever built with a 3D printer that was Nicola's, and it was a first 3D printer because he has now a more powerful one for doing, Kratos, Bane, and other rockets really more powerful than this one. So, it's not really aerodynamic, but it was a great success for us because, I'll say it first, this was the first rocket ever built with a 3D printer. And obviously this rocket has seen better times because it's barely destroyed, but the rocket after this is surely better. So, now is the turn of the
DragonFlame 4. So this is a modular rocket, but it's just glued together, and those are the same rocket. Just this one with almost no fins now has just the engine stage and nose cone. And this one has the engine, the nose cone, and a cargo space for maybe electronics or a parachute. Even so, almost no electronics can fit inside this little space. But this is another fully 3D printed rocket, and if I'm not wrong, you could have found the models online for this rocket up to some months ago, but now we removed them. And this was another step for the DragonFlame 5, the most powerful rocket that we ever built since Kratos.
Kratos, obviously.
And it helped us to get to that rocket. So the next topic of the video, we'll talk about the motors that we built. This was a motor of the Thunderbolt series. The Thunderbolt series was a series of motors that we built with the objective to create cheap and powerful engines. And the first one that you're seeing on screen actually was made with aluminum and some parts took at the dollar store. And that one was the Thunderbolt 1. This one that you're seeing is the Thunderbolt 4, and it actually lit on, but it hasn't made any thrust. And I think that's it. We after the first try that exploded because it was held together by hot glue. We started making engines with dust or this material that was flammable but not fast, so it could handle the flames of the motor. This one is the Thunderbolt 5, the last engine of the Thunderbolt series. The only differences are the small nozzle and the fact that the igniter is inside the engine and there are the two poles to turn it on right there, and nothing, that's it.
Okay, so this is the last thing that we'll show you in the video. This is the Chisai motor, that in Japanese means small motor. So this motor was created after the after the Thunderbolt, sorry, and it was a motor that we tried to do with some isopropyl alcohol that was in a Windows price, so it wasn't really successful. And so that's it. This, guys, was the last motor until the ballast motors that we used in the DragonFlame 5 and in Bane. And you know, the rest is story.